And we were just saying, right, a set duo in bot lane that gives you...
Wow, and he survived pretty late in this draft.
Ticks that box completely. I love that JDG opted into this. Have more pressure, play around this strength. It still sets up OMG to be this team that is...
The Rumble permaban.
14 fights and kind of leaning into that. But still, if you can get Caitlyn...
They really hate Ashe, Caitlyn, and Elise in the LPL. All I'm saying is if this is LCK, these drafts go way different. I guess they picked the Caitlyn this time. That's fair. But the Ashe, not first picking Ashe or Annie is kind of troll, I think. Because now you've given them a flex pick that they can flex all the way to R5. It's just very annoying.
You have a long-range pick potential coming out from the ultis from both champions. It just feels like there's a lot more avenues and sets up for more of what JDG have been successful.
Yes, I know that JDG hasn't been good with Caitlyn, but...
Tough lane for Abel, honestly. Like, when you've got the Calibrum, it's fine, but when you don't, you do not get to go anywhere near.
Yeah, surely they're not going to play support Annie into Kate Lux, right? Surely not. That sounds really terrible pre-6.
Is rough.
It's real rough.
Matchup. This split. That's now gone. Again, things like the Wukong theoretically round out their comp with
G. It's JDG.
Nerfed Maokai.
Going for that pick. But I'm curious what Knight is willing to blind for mid lane here.
Yeah, especially with the Syndra being gone, because that is where my mind would go for when you want to keep up that kind of bit regularly.
Okay.
With people like Shanks willing to bring it out, dash in, that want to go toe-to-toe. You now have an AP jungler, so anticipating the Yone coming through, and the Yone is what's locked in.
All right.
Most played champion of the split. So
all right.
Gives him playmaking
Cream on the Yone, okay. But we ended up with Annie. We ended up with an Annie Aphelios bot lane and a nerfed Maokai jungle.
Opportunity to find those same engages, but it's different. Last time you were playing around JDG's like bloodthirstiness
and Cassiopeia blind. I guess they assumed the Yone was coming, so the Cassiopeia doesn't seem like shit.
Really should find Yone. I mean, Cream certainly knows how to make things happen on the Yone, but Cassiopeia
MVP and making it so
in this series, taking game
yes, Nightmare, I agree. It should be Tank Maokai.
And looking to follow it up in game number 3 for JDG.
Radiant Virtue Maokai.
Towards the bottom side, EP God will spot this out. Should be able to walk away.
With 369 showing, right, you know exactly what's going on. But going back to OMG, 2 series win streak. They've beaten IG.
Yeah, the Cassio pick is actually pretty good
teams, you know,
here.
Middle of the table. I guess NIP not.
Right OMG did more or less play into it,
I believe, sitting on 4 wins,
but
so
it does make sense. I guess they really just did anticipate that the Yone was going to come through. But Annie Aphelios into Kate Lux just sounds fucking terrible.
Other middle of the pack team, so nice preparation to then set them up for these showdowns where it's like, hey, we haven't got to see this just yet. What can you do? And OMG so far at least showing us the potential.
Yeah, impressing so far. And I don't feel like that in this game we've got one comp that just dominates the other. I feel like both have their win conditions, have ways of winning this one out. The bottom lane already sparring. The minions not even in lane yet, and we're already just sparring in the 2v2.
Ruler missing, getting some nice trades on, but you highlighted the Calibrum. This will be the time where Abel does manage to trade
okay, back. Interesting pathing by Kanavi, starting bot side.
Be able to find some return trades of your own. It's about dodging out on
when his lane is definitely going to push.
Then be able to win, especially once the all-in comes through, right? Level 6, Moonlight Vigil, Tibbers, that can really just turn the way that this lane goes these first few levels.
Yeah, absolutely. As Ruler managed to get a bit of harass down, Missing doing a good job as well. And PP God having that shield at level 1 means he doesn't have that threat to be able to properly walk forward. Shield able. Shanchi aggressive upon 369 level.
I mean, side lanes should both be pretty good for JDG here.
369 back in, goes for the re-engage. It's a big extended 1v1 as Aki doesn't know which path to take. And will make it in unseen for the time being. The knockback again from Shanchi. 369, he's over exit, and now Aki.
Oh man! Don't flash. Oh, JK, he lit. Oh my God! What a lucker play!
chopping block as Kanavi finds first blood.
He must have been on 1 HP. Like, my
Oh.
369 getting so lucky there.
Oh, man.
It looked like a done bit on.
That feels so bad.
369, he's over exit. And
Also, he didn't actually flash from the brush, so he gets seen, right? The problem is here is that he actually gets seen, so he's able to be targeted by W from the Maokai. He doesn't flash from brush to brush.
Follows the flash with the twisted advance. It's going to be a
Yeah. He got just enough healing off the Q. Look at this. It wasn't even an empowered Q. Oh, he wasn't an empowered Q. Man, I can't believe he lived.
How the hell has he got away with that? Aki next on the
It wasn't empowered.
Kanavi finds first blood.
He must have been on 1 HP. Like, my God. 369 getting so lucky there. You can understand what OMG were looking for.
First blood. Shanji knows the flash as she knocked back again from Shanji. 369, he's over exit. And now Aki follows the flash with the twisted advance. It's going to be a kill for Shanji. Knows the flash as she from Aki. Wait, 369 is walking away. How the hell has he got away with that? Aki next on the chopping block as Kanavi finds first blood.
He must have been on 1 HP. Like, my God. 369 getting so lucky there. You can understand what OMG were looking for. It looked like a done deal. The knockbacks coming through. Buying enough time for Kanavi.
That's such a tilter.
Huge. We're going to see here, I'm going to get 369 going for those trades. The knockback comes through from the Q3 from Shanji. He has flash, but it shouldn't matter because Aki is far enough forward to make sure this goes. I believe that was a Q that did just miss out from Shanji. And 4 HP. The difference in what would have been a 1-for-1. And that would have been, you know, multiple flashes blown from the side of JDG. So it would have been something as OMG you were fine walking away with.
That is the face of stress right there. Good Lord.
Shanji cancel an auto, yeah. It did look like at the end there.
That's how game number 3 starts.
Oh.
We escape. My goodness. Knight now. Feeling the pressure. Scream.
The E doesn't do damage when it lands any longer on the Maokai sapling, to answer your question. So it has to hit you to deal the damage. They changed it, so it doesn't do like when it drops from the sky, it doesn't do damage.
When we were saying JDG last game, like they were finding advantages, but it was CS advantages. It wasn't advantages that were like transferring from lane to lane or jungle to lane. This is the kind of start you want to see them off to if they want to look to snowball the game and be in that advantageous position where they've looked so comfortable.
Comfortable in the series, and a slow start, and a tense start, it feels like, coming out here. Bit of sparring in the top side. Ruler and Missing not able to find themselves a huge CS lead to start off with. Resets coming out on both sides, as you can see. Boots there, bit of attack speed for Ruler, whereas the Cull has come out as well as the longsword for Abel. Ruler needs to be a little cautious. He's going to walk straight on into Aki. No flash available for Aki. Will mean Ruler can walk away, but Cleanse burn here. That's going to be worthwhile as Abel takes a big old chunk off the backside of the plate.
Hello, double root into W stun.
I feel like OMG pretty much getting the best of this.
Abel taken low, but able to return meaningful damage onto 2 members of JDG. So they'll definitely take this one as it looks like Drake actually being started up by Kanavi. I wonder if Anki will end up walking back through to spot this one out.
TP.
The bush. Ruler will just pull that away. Kanavi trying to solo it, but health bars are kind of low for JDG.
Dream's level 6. If he can make his way over, you can see him on the minimap right now doing so.
Yeah, I need to bail off of this.
Well. 1v1 with Creep if you can find it. I think both teams going to end up backing away here, although Aki maybe just starts the train by himself. You can see him on the minimap pulling it out. He might just be backing away.
Yeah, I think would be very hard with Knight, able to get the push in mid lane since Cream.
And he does pretty well in Deluxe. Look at CS bot. Cancel out the poke pretty well in the MS dodges the binds, yeah. So it's not necessarily about the kill pressure, because you can counter, I assume, look, I haven't seen this lane a lot, but I assume you can counteract a lot of the kill pressure by just counter stunning and using Molten Shield. The problem is that you get shoved in. The problem of Kate Lux is not necessarily that you are going to die. It's that you are going to just be sitting under turret, and then you lose a ton of priority in bot side. That's the issue. The issue is just you losing control of the entire bot side of the map, which they are.
For a little bit, and now with Cream there, able not too far off, you'd imagine Aki should be about to hit level 5.
I agree with your theory that you shouldn't actually die.
Going to at least try to explode open for the side of OMG.
But JDG is also not playing this particularly well.
It's not even something they necessarily need. It's just the tools will start.
They were not able to actually get this Drake. They don't have control over mid. The problem with picking the Cassiopeia is that you end up building Rod of Ages Seraphs. So you're trying to fight with tier Catalyst. This is fucking horrible to fight with. This is fucking horrible. So how do you actually provide pressure, meaningful pressure, and try and transition into a Drake? Right?
And you can see OMG's coach getting real lively, trying to tell him how he wants them to play this game. You have to wonder,
I think the problem is their mid lane pick. I think Cassiopeia is good into their composition, but you're trying to do two different things with this composition at the same time, and if you do not enable Kate Lux push, you will be destroyed. Like, Annie and Aphelios is going to be way stronger in the mid and late game.
Should be able to find pressure against the Yone.
I feel like the hard thing is that they haven't really been able to find any meaningful CS advantages. We don't see Caitlyn Lux like pushing bot lane in to take plates. And now that we're getting to the point with ultis, it's
like this 2v2, Maokai Cassiopeia is so weak compared to Yone Maokai.
Kanavi already waiting in the wings. Like you say, Aki not far away on the Gromp currently. Shield going to be used by PP God. That could be an opportunity for Ruler and Missing to charge up forwards and get some damage in. As soon as those cooldowns down. And remember,
Also, if you're going to play Kate Lux, just fucking pick Elise, for the love of God. Like, what is this Wukong priority? Elise just goes to this draft. Why would you not at least take Elise here?
And Aphelios famously some of the lowest match resist there is.
Play Elise. Here's what they should do. They should just play Gragas mid. Remember, they banned Gragas. Play Gragas mid or Talia mid. Play Gragas or Talia mid and play Elise. With Kate Lux, just do that. That's good.
Level 6 though at this point, surely. As Ruler moving forward, just to trade back and forth. On a knife's edge, honestly, this bottom lane, I feel like they're so desperate to make the play, but Kanavi trying to get in, Cream. Using that fake seal to zip himself back out.
That's pretty big, especially if they're looking to force an objective here, because now not having that ulti, you really didn't have to use anything from JDG's mid jungle to get that, and that's why they're looking to start.
Yeah, I agree. Talia would have been legitimately good both last game and this game. And guess what, guys? Knight happens to be one of the best Talia players in the whole fucking world. I mean, it was Knight and Rookie last year that were just doing great on the Talia.
Force out the ultimate in the mid lane, and it leads them to a dragon. But the amount of time and resources that JDG are having to commit to just finding these.
The hilarious thing is they get the dragon anyway in the end. But it's in 9 minutes. These are super late Drakes. With the Caitlyn Lux lane, you want that fucking 6-minute first Drake. They don't have any plates either.
JDG have won championships. JDG have players that have won worlds. OMG still just trying to climb the ranks in playoffs. After years of not making it, they finally built a core that can consistently make playoffs. It's about climbing to the upper echelon, making their way to the top 6 or a top 4. In my mind, would even be a successful split for for OMG.
And I feel like OMG are one of these orgs that have actually committed to what so many fans on, like, when you hear discussions of orgs on like Reddit, Twitter, stuff like this, so many fans believe in bringing in rookies, developing that talent over the course of years, and trying to find championships that way. And I feel like OMG is pretty much the prime example of that, right? With Shanji, Aki, Cream, all very, very young players coming into the team. 369 finds it all in onto Shanji. And this player ain't getting any older.
Look at Shanji's like tilting off the face of the earth right there. Look at this. Oh. He actually received psychic damage from this 1v1. Oh, he got mind blasted by 369. Oh, mind blast.
In the pregame interview, right? 369 is in the upper echelon of LPL top laners. He was welcoming the chance to go toe-to-toe in lane. And
he took 10 points of mental damage from that 1v1.
Before you make it up here.
You're against one of the absolute veterans of the LPL up there, the 369. It's kind of the opposite story, right? I just mentioned OMG building this roster of rookies and developing over the years. JDG is the total opposite. It is spend a ton of money and get those veterans on board.
See here, goes down.
They better full screen the mind blast that Shanji just received.
Comes through, more damage, more healing there, and then the flash.
Full screen. Stupid LPL. You gotta full screen the reaction. Come on, man. Why did Shanji go in there? I don't know. He literally went in when he knew the empowered W was up. Look at him. He's like, W's in. Boom, boom, boom. Stunned. Ulted on. He ults over. Doesn't actually hit a wall, so they just kind of stop, and then he just gets flash auto.
All of it starting with Shanji being the one to dash in, immediately into the stun for 369.
I feel like maybe Shanji believing that he could dash out again after, but everywhere he went, 369 stuck to him like glue.
I mean, right, you got to save your slice and dice for actually the follow-up of just making...
Are you uploading your VOD reviews? Yes, we're starting doing that.
Great stuff coming out from 369 on the Renekton.
Gore Drinker already finished, no completed item on the opposite side.
This ain't getting any easier for Shanji, that's for sure. And a level advantage as well as Shanji loses half of his health. 369 has that.
Cole's about to be complete too. Fun.
Gore Drinker. Shanji having to pop both of his pots instantly.
Now he's going to have to accept the reality of sitting under turret and trying to clear out these waves with the Q spam so plates don't go over.
Give me Sans versus Shanji. 369 is a very good top laner, guys.
You can see all three of them kind of, I guess both of them hovering up towards the top side of the map, towards 369. But OMG looking to play around bot lane.
He's moved down. Using a ward to get onto the Crux, to get behind the line of vision from JDG. The ult comes out, roots are going to be there, but Missing actually walks back into the one. Ruler blocked one, cleansed it, and then Missing gets caught in vision from JDG.
Good knock, Kyle.
Roots are going to be there, but Missing actually walks using a wall.
Yeah, what actually happened there? It looked like Ruler should have blocked it. Oh, Missing just straight flashes in. He flashes too far. And he flashes just past where Ruler blocked it with Cleanse. That feels bad. Flash just a little bit too far.
It's a huge pick for OMG.
And I feel like the teams just aren't syncing up with what they're looking to do, because look at where Kanavi's been this whole time in the enemy jungle. He actually walked up towards top lane turret at first, two-zone Shanji off. So when you're looking for that play topside, you should expect OMG to look for the counter punch on bot. And the counter punch is huge with Abel getting so many plates.
Feels weirdly
Oh man, he had all the chakrams too. Holy moly.
It's been a while.
That is now he has 1,800 gold in the pocket. He's up 1,000 gold. Hey guys, this is exactly how this lane was supposed to work. You're supposed to be up 1,000 gold on your ADC when you play Aphelios Annie into Kate Lux.
Answer in the mid lane with some plates of their own. They'll be able to answer with 4, but at least they get 3 for themselves to some kind of answer on the map. It's still a positive play for OMG, I'd say.
Yeah, you just traded Ruler and Missing situation for 369 tonight. So, we'll see if it's able to pay off. When we've said, I feel like anytime Caitlyn's in the game.
Thoughts on Thorin's recent crusade against 3 certain individuals? Who are those individuals? Are we just talking about EG management?
But at least Knight getting huge will be something to benefit the team regardless. And again, the amount of DPS he can put off and preventing the engage from OMG from being able to get through.
Do you still hate Aphelios? Yeah, because he's badly designed. He's the ultimate example of designers smelling their own farts and thinking it's perfume.
And it does feel like OMG
because they literally made a sci-fi like space champion with weird ass space guns that don't like, how am I supposed to know what he does intuitively?
Slowly
It doesn't make any sense.
JDG are extending what they've got here.
Now dragging up. So 369 still getting some top side. It's going to be about
Awfully Travis Captain Flowers is on Twitter. Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh.
Could come through. Aki
I don't know, man.
Right now, but Ruler off on a reset makes the question if OMG are doing it, which our observers aren't showing us. Thank you. They are doing it. I wonder if JDG can even.
Why does it have to be intuitive? Well, I think good design is visually clear. It's not visually clear from his guns what they do, because they're like weird sci-fi weapons.
Both games. Game 1 and Game 2. Kanavi was getting the better end of the smites. But Anki now, maybe even hitting OMG, like sure, I'm sure they thought they could win the series from Game 1, but after the winning Game 2, it just makes it so much more real to hone yourselves in.
Roots used here by Aki, but won't be able to find much of anything. Dissuades the pressure on that mid lane tower.
Exactly. One gun is like a scythe. What is that?
Once again, kind of.
I agree.
Back, resetting, playing slow, and rightly so when you look at what they've got on their team. Right, you've got a crit 80 carry, you've got a Cassiopeia that's got the Rod of Ages. Like it's a while until she really comes into her own.
Oh, he's calling them hypocrites for calling out Carlos, but not Nicole LaPointe Jameson, given the EG player scandal. That feels fair. I'm not gonna lie, that feels pretty fair.
In my mind, like right now, it's kind of coming down to how much Knight and Kanavi can do, because they're really the only ones who can stop the forward pressure from OMG. If you don't get like a huge Cassiopeia,
I guess the difference is, probably is that
we'll be able to get on JDG, and I feel like Ruler
we can't know for sure what Nicole LaPointe Jameson did, even though she is ultimately responsible, whereas Carlos was literally just tweeting stuff himself. You know what I mean? It was like pretty clearly Carlos, or like it's directly, it can be directly tied to Carlos. Maybe that's the difference in their mind.
Still just trying to hover around this mid lane to see if they can make anything work. They have a great top 4 being able to siege things down, even without the Cassiopeia here. Just what the Caitlyn and Lux are able to provide. 369 pushed in top wave a little bit earlier on, so he's freed up to look for this.
Ruler just has to be careful though. Like you say, there's so much threat on towards that 80.
LaPointe did the cover-up video though. That is a good point. That is a good point. She did like cry on Twitter or whatever.
They will find damage onto these towers.
That's pretty bad.
OMG do commit to the play, right? Caitlyn looks is always going to be able to find that siege damage. Big damage on the bottom side to Cream, but dodges the stun. Kanavi trying to find a little bit more. Goes for it. And as she goes, the ultimate forces the flash so close to a pick onto Cream.
Guarantees the turret in bot lane for Knight, so more gold in pot.
All right.
He might even just
So JDG with a pretty big advantage here, despite the fact that they play Caitlyn and Lux really horribly for the most part. Thanks to 369 getting a solo kill in top lane and just dominating in the 1v1. And the Cassiopeia doing well is also just got a bunch of local gold from a turret, so you're feeling pretty good. Wukong having 2 points in W and E, correct? No. No, it's not. It's Q to E to W max. I don't know what's going on there.
Big moment in the game, and you can use and abuse that fact.
And with Kareem now, no flash, no ulti. It feels incredibly hard for OMG to even think about contesting if JDG, I'm sorry, want to go for this. It feels so easy to say top east.
I know.
It feels so easy.
369, but Shanji caught out on the top side. The laser even lands as well, but dashing away, 369 can't finish the kill off. Got to get a shield in at the end. Will be ult for ult on the top side.
But now, this turns into the Herald.
The other thing is that, at least in Captain Flowers' case, I'm not sure he actually can say anything about the LCS teams, or maybe he can't say that much. He probably has a non-disparagement clause against LCS partner teams in his contract. Maybe he doesn't, but it seems weird that he wouldn't have that.
Away from the tower, they suspect something. Cream with the chickens.
A lot of Wukongs, especially in Pro Play Max W for lower clone. Yeah, I mean it does. It's the only thing it does is lower the cooldown, right?
369 waiting on the blink back. No summoners from Cream from the previous play. And
Oof.
everybody just trying. But side for OMG, keeping the wave away from the tower. They suspect something. Cream is waiting.
Yeah, the level 1 W cooldown's like 18 or 20 seconds, I think. So might want it a little bit lower.
And everybody just
I don't think it materially changes anything. They have one fewer points in E. So I guess I can see the logic.
369 reading him like a book.
JDG with the big brain, kiting them out. Sadly for Aki, following Knight splash away. Like you said, Raid Boss 369. Baron waiting. They break one turret down. So Harold going to be able to get a charge here. But once again, backing off, valuing like resets. And
you can get it down to 6 seconds. Yeah, it does. It does reduce it. I guess it makes sense. I guess it makes sense.
Kanavi.
Just 1v1ing Shanji at this point. That's not a good sign for OMG that Shanji can be 1v1 by the enemy jungler. Will back away. Drake coming up in 20 seconds here. Kanavi was just at the top lane, 1v1ing. Like, that's not where he needs to be. 369, Dominus comes in. Kanavi on the top side of the play. Aki knocked up, walks away with the slide though. Kanavi forced to flash instead. TP comes out from Shanji, but a great little trap to deny the re-engage.
They were able to get some summoners there. At the very least, got the flash from Abel, which means any fight that breaks out within the next few minutes, JDG should have a very easy time of finding that pressure. Will mean a
they're gonna try and do a 20-minute Baron?
Look at the paint, look at the paint now. Is this Baron?
Are you
Smart.
serious? They've got a Cassiopeia, they've got a Caitlyn. They do this so quickly.
That's actually a really good call by JDG.
Minute Baron. OMG, they must be realizing
it's free.
You can see the pings coming out, but it's too late. It's way too
That's
late.
such a good read. Man, nice play by JDG.
In less than 15 seconds.
How did they lose this game? What
One
the
of the
fuck?
best trades you can ever hope for. JDG pick up a Baron. Now gold.
How do they throw this game, chat?
It's got to be up there for like a contestant for the record of fastest Baron ever, right? For the Cassiopeia, they're doing it exactly 20 minutes.
I'm sure it's close, but I'm also sure we probably had like even more ridiculous combos with Cassiopeia doing Baron. But we're gonna go back to the play. Like you highlighted, 369 waiting at Raptors to make sure they pick up that kill. And then again, immediately, OMG think, oh hey, well, you know, we're fine. We're gonna back off. Map's gonna reset. We're gonna.
Yeah, that's a good point, Adanian. Flowers has actually been paid by EDG to appear in that World's Hype video with Avali that EG paid for with the CEO. So it's not a great look.
Of JDG, and now with the Baron, like Caitlyn looks, goes Super Saiyan. The power of Caitlyn looks just increases exponentially with that Baron. Shanji trying to get some pressure on 369.
Not a great look.
The rest of JDG slowly but surely moving over, but actually deciding maybe the mid lane is the play. Everyone started to move to the bottom side from OMG, and Knight finds his window to get half of the tower down. With Ruler arriving, this is going to be an inhib tower.
It just seems like OMG realized, hey, we don't feel comfortable looking for a 5v5 right now, which is why they're committing Cream so heavily to pushing a side lane. They feel like even if Cream was here, they don't think they'd be able to defend. It's about trying to find some gold elsewhere on the map, but hopefully they don't end up giving too much to the side of JDG.
They might have already given too much at this point with a mid inhib going down and now pressure at the bottom lane as well. You still got a full minute of Baron here for JDG. The Caitlyn moving forward as Aki takes a chunk. Ruler will back away. No follow-up on the roots for the time being. Shanji pushes forwards for JDG. They can keep this up all day.
6,000 gold. JDG are in the lead. They're going to keep looking for the siege. Like you said, they have the tools to keep this going. Shanji trying to put some pressure to a 369 able to TP in. It just doesn't seem like they're going to be able to stop this push. At the very least, 2 inhibs down, maybe even a kill.
This is insane. Shanji chased away. I think he'll survive, but it doesn't matter. 2 inhibs taken just 5 minutes ago. We were saying how close this was, how great OMG were doing.
I don't think Flowers would have known about anything that was going on, guys. There's no reason that he would have known about this kind of stuff that was going on behind the scenes necessarily.
By Knight Rylai's online stopwatch now there too. So even if by any means OMG do find,
surely this game is unlosable, right? You have a 6,000 gold lead in a 20-minute Baron, and you've taken 2 inhibitors. Surely it's not possible to lose this game.
I mean, this is the stopwatch there, yeah, but like on the other side, like you say, Rylai's already finished. If you get in melee range at Knight, you might just die. Knight might just one-shot you, just ults and blasts you. Like, he's got so much damage in his kit right now that I'm not sure he's going to need that stopwatch. Missing pressure onto Shanji here. Crooked, taken away by Ruler there.
Now continuing with the siege. 369.
Oh, no.
Oh, going on a cream.
369 just
Trouble.
in
Does get
1v1 the
knocked.
Yone. Okay.
Finish the job. Roots across the team. But no damage. And Knight now flanking. It surely forces OMG away. It's the rest of the
They actually just they literally can't walk up to wave clear. Like OMG have no wave clear either. If Abel walks up, he just dies to a flank.
Slow JDG down, but all they need to do is wait for these supers to push in. 369
The lack of wave clear is really garbage.
Predator living up to its ability name as Cream forced all the way into River just to get his recall off. Has to TP back to the base.
He's just too scared. Respects 369 and how large he is too much right now. 369 at the same time went for his own recall. Doesn't have TP, so JDG are going to be a bit respectful. Back off from this.
Yeah.
You would think
Watch an old Twitch Rivals VOD where you were co-hosting a draft. Your interactions with Tyler 1 were so funny. Oh yeah, that was fun. I did that with Doa and Degon. That was a fun event.
And if it does, that actually very worrying. It means OMG are
Compared to Richard Lewis and Thorne, do you think you give the benefit of the doubt more than they deserve? Probably. Probably. I try and I know it sounds weird if you think that I'm very aggressive, which I can be, or that I'm very cynical, but I do genuinely give people a lot of benefit of the doubt.
Few seconds. And like you say, maintaining the pressure around the map without overcommitting, not just trying to brute force that top in him. Going towards that Drake first in a minute on that Baron that you were talking about. And I mean, as OMG, I don't think you can afford to let JDG just take Baron for free, but I'm also not sure that you can.
Yeah, the thing is that it's not about farming the super minion waves while the two inhibs are down. It's that you have mid and bot inhib down when this Baron's coming up, right? Which should just make the next Baron free, and then you just win the game. You have a 3-item Cassiopeia.
At the point of no return, where it's like, if you give JDG this, we will just slow burn, continue to lose. Everyone go in, flash, like, I guess you don't have flash, but flash in Izaki, throw out the ultimate, Shanji goes, ultimate from Cream, Timbers out, Max.
Yamato, you're about to see the worst sequence ever. Enjoy. Did you review this one earlier today, Yamato?
OMG used to be. That is what we know OMG for, the full send. I like that's the, you know, they should change their slogan when they walk on stage. It should say, OMG, full send.
Full send, exactly.
I'd be fully on board for that.
We do respect teams that full send here in the LPL.
Oh, we do. We do.
Doesn't matter how good or bad.
Look,
OMG do have that dog in them, though. You got to admire that. OMG do have that dog in them. They don't go down, man.
Pressure onto the tower, and here we go. Roots come through. Are they full sending? In goes PP God into full send. And they find one onto missing, but it's instantly answered. Support for support. Shanji escapes from the top side. Ace in the hole.
Oh, Shanji doesn't die. Bad ult.
Everything. And 369 is there.
Cassiopeia is there for the now. Okay.
Out of the plate, and Ruler is an absolute turret right now, just blasting health bars. OMG scattered in every direction. Ruler one more auto will do the trick.
Oh!
Green walks away as well.
What?
Another re-engage for OMG. Have they actually done it? The full send might just have worked. Knight, low on HP, taken down. Able with a kill. 369 to the base right now. Oh my days, Cream moves back in.
I can't believe in both of these games, by the way. In game one, it was Cream, or game one it was Cream, and in game two, it's fucking Shanji who escapes and then TP's back in. OMG, like double, triple down. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If Cream or Shanji die here, this game is over. If either of them die, this game is over. Because if Shanji dies, then they're able to take Baron, right? And Knight doesn't die. And then if Cream dies, right? Then 369 just wins the game.
In every direction. 369 is there.
Yamato says 3 autos, no crits, 55% crit. Yeah, that feels bad. I wonder what the odds of that are. There's a crit right there.
Will do the trick. No! Green walks away as well. Another re-engage for OMG. Just blasting health bars. OMG scattered in
every headshot.
Ruler one more auto. Will do the trick.
There's a headshot.
No! Green walks away as well. Another re-engage for OMG. Have they actually done it? The full send might might just have worked.
Yeah,
Knight,
crit
low on HP,
stacks.
Taken. Will do the trick. No, Cream walks away as well.
Yeah, it's a headshot. But the crit isn't true random. The odds increase if you haven't had a crit in a while.
Well, and now the re-engage for OMG.
To balance out the potential inconsistency. So it's actually less than just 55% 3 times in a row, or 45% miss 3 times in a row. Crit isn't random. Oh, epical baller. You sweet summer child. No, it's not.
They're going for Baron. If there's one thing we've learned, you never down the fool.
The real question is, why not just get rid of crit from the game and just even out all damage? But I don't know the exact calculation of what, with their weighted system, the calculation is at 55%.
Never down the full set. OMG, they find some success. They get some kills.
That's actually insanely unlucky, guys.
Not too fast. JDG,
but I mean, really big credit for OMG. These guys have got that dog in them. They do not back down.
Are they full set?
Missing also, I mean, he tries to save Flash here. Right?
Purely off the back of full sending, essentially. OMG, 5 men in the mid lane. Pressure onto the tower, and here we go. Roots come through. Are they?
He could have flashed. He could have at least flashed around the corner. He didn't respect the flash follow-up, Tibbers.
And they find one onto missing, but it's instantly answered. Support for support. Shanji escapes from the top side.
That's unreal.
Ace in the hole. Won't quite do the job. Scream goes in, but he misses everything. And 369 is there. Knight with a 3-man.
Also, Knight gets no stuns off of that. How unlucky do you have to be?
369 is there. Knight with a 3-man ulti. Cream chased out of the plate, and Ruler is an absolute turret right now, just blasting health bars. OMG scattered in every direction. Ruler one more auto will do the trick.
I mean, we can talk about this, but let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. Did anyone expect this 7,000 or 6,000 gold lead? Like, are you really gonna flash that as Lux when you're gonna get rooted anyway, right? Do you really think that they have a chance of coming back with the immense lead you have? Like, I don't know. I don't think you use flash there. I think it's understandable. And then Shanji able to heal up, come back in onto the minion wave that just happens to be there. Cream like lives with, I don't know, 25 HP.
No! Cream walks away as well. And now the re-engage for OG. Have they actually done it? The full send might just have worked. Knight, low on HP, taken down. 369 with a kill. 369 to the base right now. Oh my days, Cream moves back in. Couldn't go for the 1v1 before, but he wants to make it happen now. The reset from PP God as Ruler now. In a 1v3 at Baron.
They're going for Baron. If there's one thing we've learned, you never down the full send.
It doesn't even matter if Lux died right there. They traded PP God for it. Cream missed ult. They were like 1 HP from killing both Shanji and Cream. And then the game is over either way. They either get Baron and push off of get the inhibs back down and win, or they kill Cream, he doesn't recall, and 369 just wins the game off the TP. It's honestly outrageous, guys. It's fucking outrageous. This game is like they had like a 1% chance to win this game.
OMG, they keep this
Holy
game
shit.
alive. Baron picked up 2 kills down. Gold lead. I mean, we were like a 7K gold lead before. It is now down to 2. They might be able to start swinging it back even further with this Baron. Great stuff to see from OMG.
And this feels like panic from JDG, right? 369 trying to end the game while the rest of the team not on the same page, still going for the fight in the mid lane. Let's take another look at what exactly happened here to miss it.
Yeah, they're trying to find this angle of, again, chunking them out slowly, pumping them in, but 369 getting out of there. Kanavi never finding a good enough angle to where he wanted to go in, and
I mean, yeah. Beautiful.
Great from OMG, but you're right. It seemed like in that circumstance,
the emotion.
Seemed like in that circumstance, there's really no idea from JDG of like, what is our break point of when like either we're entering this or if, like how 369's coming in, or if 369's running away towards top, are we backing out? It just wasn't there because before when they lost, that's fine. Like you get what they're looking for. OMG are coming into you. You're so far ahead, you're confident you're gonna win that fight. You lose, get a few kills there, whatever. But in that circumstance, it felt like JDG needed a more well-rounded idea of what they're gonna do. Are we backing out or are we going in?
They just weren't. They weren't ready for the full send. Nobody's ever ready for the full send.
Some people are.
Well, yeah, that's true. I feel like of all of the teams, JDG would be the most ready for the full send, but actually knocked on kilter by OMG here. You saw the absolute passion on the faces of the coaching staff for OMG, and not surprising, this would be a monumental win in the split for OMG, and now looking for a play underneath the mid lane tower, or at least looking for the tower itself. Objective taken for OMG off the back of this Baron. Drake coming up in 35 seconds.
The hilarious thing is it's still perfectly winnable for JDG, right? I still think that they have a lot of power here in the late game.
But if you want to start making your way up, getting further buys into playoffs, it's beating these teams that the people around you won't be able to take down. So huge opportunity here for OMG to cement themselves. They can just prove they can do it.
This is the only OMG game Dom missed this year. Oh man, I know how much he loves OMG. That's so sad.
Abel is a tank. Like the amount of shielding he is getting from
Wait. We're getting a different kind of full set. Much
are they just gonna end the game?
JDG looking for it. They might be pinched on both sides though. I mean,
but they might just be able to commit. There's only one Nexus tower remaining. OMG moving in. Okay, JDG will back away.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
it's a nice read by JDG.
What's left? You have a Yone and a Cassante in front of you. You have an Annie with Timbers behind you. You do
not often you see the backdoor inhibitor attempt against the Baron team.
Want to mess with that smoke is now the pivoting towards Dragon comes once again, but I still feel like the potential threat on the
there's an end angle here for sure. Especially with the super minions up. Oh. Dragon dies in 0.5 seconds.
Baron not up on the cards. That means JDG don't find anything. OMG playing this late game immaculately, it has to be said.
So I looked for info about the crit smoothing formula, and apparently some testers found that above 50% crit, the formula promotes streaks, meaning that if you miss twice, you're actually slightly more likely to miss a third time. Interesting. God knows how that works, guys.
Like we saw the Baron, it's a huge amount of DPS. Not a ton of burst, though. So you think like, unless Abel's outright caught, which he has cleansed, flash, and QSS, which should be possible, he should always be able to back up, utilize the fact that he has that Bloodthirster, get a bit sustained back, and just keep looking for these fights. So yeah, JDG I think are in a bit of a tough one. And it's going to be about chaining their CC to make sure they can bring them down. But step one for JDG is flowing flash, flowing cleanse, getting rid of some of these defensive tools from Abel, because right now he has way too many. Yeah,
I've always been a crit hater, guys. I've always hated crit. I think it's non-intuitive, and if you have to like smooth out the odds, then what the fuck is the point?
It's going to be tough during the laning phase. It didn't seem that tough during the laning phase to me.
Just average out the damage you would have done with crit, so the damage is consistent. They removed dodge from the game years and years and years ago. Just remove crit. Why did we remove crit at the same time?
Yeah, because Caitlyn's one of the AD carries. The thing you get is your range. You don't have an attack speed steroid. You don't have like all this burst that other AD carries like Lucian or like Aphelios with the Moonlight Vigil. There's no real. The gimmick is the range. Yeah. So you don't.
The problem is like crit as a stat is now like baked into Yasuo's kit and other garbage, so it makes it very difficult.
But when Abel's health bar is half shield permanently, you can't even poke him down.
Yeah, so he's 2,000 health. That shield's about 40%.
At least 1,000, yeah. It's insane. It's insane. The Bloodthirster kicking in there alongside PP God with the anti-shields. But it's slow, tense one here. I can't believe there's only 10 kills on the scoreboard with how much fighting we've had across.
Yeah, it is actually crazy that this game has been tons of fights, but there's only 10 kills. Because people keep escaping and then TPing back in.
Knight in the brush, 369 and Kanavi moving over as well. Not going to fall for it. Shanti backs off, respects what's happening on the map. 25 seconds until Baron spawns here. And right now, JDG are on the wrong side of the map. They've got control of bottom river, but What does that really achieve for you with Baron coming up?
No, it doesn't mean all too much. They're at a point now where OMG's kind of superior 5v5 is showing its head, where they're not able to do too much, where Kanavi, not all that tanky, he goes in, he gets bursted, and for Knight and Ruler, like, even if they play into you, there's just so many ways to reach the back line. You're constantly feeling the fire that OMG are putting up.
And now,
I believe, Munch. I believe.
I'm starting to believe as well. I'm starting to believe as well. It's still a gold lead for JDG currently, as Ruler has just finished off his LDR, so he'll be able to do some work against Shanji now. But OMG might just have the advantage at this point. And it's a minute and a half until an Infernal Soul is onto the map. OMG can find that for themselves. I mean, Cream was already doing some damage.
Jay Plank, thank you for Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it.
Right now, and at this point, OMG do burn a bear.
Missing is nowhere near the play right now. OMG are just going to damage.
Oh.
This play, as Ruler has... And now,
Where's the recall here?
so he'll be able to the map.
Missing recalls. Was he hurt?
But OMG might just have
No, he's going back for an item.
And it's a minute and a half until an Infernal Soul is onto the map. OMG can find that for themselves. I mean, Cream was already doing some damage.
Oh.
Wait, what did he get?
And it's a minute and a half until an Infernal Soul is onto the map. OMG can find that for them. But OMG might.
Why does he go back?
Advantage at this point. And it's a minute and a half until an
Guys, am I missing something? What does he go back for? Just to refill his wards? Guess so.
Oh, they don't want to wait a minute and a half. They want
just
to try
wards.
And force the fight right now. And at this point, OMG do burn a bear.
Missing is nowhere near the play right now. OMG are just going to one-shot this on Kanavi, knocked up.
Well, I guess he can look at them while they have purple on them now with his wards.
Kanavi isn't great for them as they now try and chase this one. They want the fight off the back of the play. Shanji
got a really good view of them with a Baron buff.
Forced out the bottom side of the play. This is a weird fight, Lyric.
And yeah, I feel like it looks so panicked.
Is Missing dead? Shanji's just going to dive the tier 2 in the mid lane and take out Missing.
Great. I feel like for OMG, it was starting to look dicey with how they were sporadically throwing out some of their ultimates and thought, hey,
give up Soul too? Wow, what a play.
JDG a chance here. It's going to be this. Haven't used Flash Screen, Moonlight Vigil.
He refilled his ward, spot a control ward.
Near the play. Cream was already doing some just damage.
Did they know he went back?
Minute and a half until an Infernal Soul is onto the map.
I think OMG got lucky. I don't even think they know he went back.
Oh, they don't want to wait a minute.
I think they just see that they have vision control and they're like, oh, let's turn.
Missing is nowhere near the play right now. OMG are just going to one-shot this on Kanavi, knocked up. Can't even...
That's such a good... Look at Shanji's Q here. The Q timing is just perfect. Because it prevents him from getting over the wall right at 1200. It's nice. That's nice. Shanji's Q, super nice there.
Isn't great for them as they now try and chase this one. They want the fight off the back of the play. Shanji locked up by Ruler there with the trap is missing, forced out the bottom side of the play. This is a weird fight, Lyric.
And yeah, I feel like it looks.
Someone pings Missing when he's in base.
Oh, they don't want to wait.
How did they see that though?
And it's finished off his LDR, so he'll be able to do some
How do they know?
Shanji now. But OMG might just.
There's no ward.
The advantage at this point, and it's a minute and a half until an
Don't see a ward.
Soul is onto the map. OMG can find that for themselves. I mean, Cream was already doing some damage.
Oh, they don't want to wait a minute and a half.
Oh no, it's somebody. That's a ping from JDG.
OMG do burn a bear.
Missing is nowhere near the play
But
right now.
honestly, OMG just kind of gets lucky here.
Can't even contest. OMG get the Baron. Still 5 strong.
I mean, they commit to the Baron because they have vision control, but they didn't know. They didn't know that Missing was back.
Shanji locked up by Ruler there with the trap is missing, forced out the bottom side of the play.
Yo, you can see in this fog POV. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it looks so panicked.
Missing dead. Shanji's just gonna dive the tier 2 in the mid lane and take out Missing.
Great.
Yeah, I think they had vision control and their intention was to turn. And JDG just wasn't there. I think JDG just got so unlucky this game, guys.
Straight onto a Wukong. Luckily, everything works out in their favor. They get a Baron, they get a kill, And now they're going to be able to maintain Prio with Dragon coming up in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell if they knew or not. There wasn't any pings on it. I assume they would have pinged him. The only ping was a blue ping from JDG as he was coming out of base.
So it feels so difficult for JDG to threaten him in any significant way. And it looks like JDG, they're not even going to try and contest the Baron. They're going to threaten the mid lane instead.
Trying to maintain pressure with these waves, with these inhibs. But
Yeah, it is a fine play of Lux's there anyway. Like, I agree that it's just that I don't think OMG expected just to get it for free with no fight.
Comes out here, roots across the team as well. Kanavi.
Because the problem is that it sets up everything else. Do you know what I mean? Like, it sets up the Dragon Soul as well, where they have 5 members with Baron for the Dragon Soul. So maybe there would have been a fight there. Maybe they would have lost that fight. We don't know. The play would be the same, but the outcome is definitely not 5 people have Baron and a free Infernal Soul. You know what I mean? The problem is that the play would have been the same, but this outcome is like, it's like the best possible outcome for OMG. It's the best possible outcome.
This is devastating news for JDG. Forced to their very limits and potentially a fight in the mid lane. It's 369 stun onto Shanji here, who walks away, gets the shield, keeps himself alive. Cream entering the fight as well. Infernal Soul could be everything.
Kanavi over the wall looking for an angle.
Just like that other fight where Shanji and Cream barely live was like the best possible outcome for OMG in a very terrible losing situation.
They're going to be able to take this turret and start putting on pressure to these inhibitors. Hell, Knight was just forced to TP. Knight TP'd to this inhibitor turret in mid, so another summoner just down for the side of JDG.
Everything that could be going the way of OMG has gone the way of OMG. And now
yeah, exactly.
Inhibitors in the base
I agree.
Pushing in the bottom lane.
Caster's got it right.
We said they needed to prove themselves today. We said they were heavy underdogs, and they are on the cusp of showing that they are a team to be feared. They are a team.
I'm not sure. Let's not go crazy. Okay, we've gone too far. They've gone too far. JDG did throw game 2, and they should have won several times this game and got really mega unlucky. I don't think JDG is a worse team than OMG. You replay this series 100 times, and JDG wins like 90 of them. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't think. I'm not coming away from this best of 3 being like, yes, OMG is the better team.
So a lot of the things to at least potentially get CC on Abel and take him down, like, it's there, but still Flash is available. We've seen for JDG, they can't even get close.
LNG versus JDG is going to be.
They have so many other things they have to worry about.
Going to be fire though. I'm going to really enjoy watching that one.
When like Cream's always there, like on a side angle to threaten the ulti when Shanji's running at them. How can you just think about...
I'd be shocked if that's how much right now. I don't think so either. It's just funny. It's just like funny. Sometimes you watch a best of 3 and you're like, wow, okay, well, the team that won is just clearly worse.
Even, I'm sure Aki's damaged by the end of
But OMG, man,
you know,
you miss all the shots you don't take. And credit to OMG, they will take all of the shots from behind. They will death brush. They will all in. They will cheese you. They got the giant balls, so credit to them. Credit to OMG.
Surviving on 4 HP. I know. That top lane gank. We've come a long way.
We have come a long way. A minute and 45 on the Baron that'll be coming up. And OMG in complete control. It's felt like a long time since JDG were in control of this game. And OMG ahead in gold, perhaps for the first time in this entire game.
Yeah, and I feel like they're just going to stay that way. And even when I think about the fight coming up, I don't even know what you do as JDG. Like 4-3-6-9, right? He's primarily been like trying to sit and like be like one of these like bodyguards and like defense zones for Cassio and Caitlyn, which in theory to me sounded right, but it's doing nothing. I wonder if like you have to try.
There are 2 wolves inside of OMG. One of them is all inning you from behind, and one of them is all inning you from ahead.
Your back line doesn't have to worry about a Pelio, Strione, or something. JDG, I mean, there has to be some like creative problem solving there because it just doesn't feel like in a front to back.
Do you know what
they've been able to do it?
Do you know what they need, Lyric?
What?
They need the mojo right now. Mojo is the only way that they win this game.
You know what they need? They need to call up a new Riot champion. They need to call up our boy Boaster. They need to get Boaster on the server.
He's got mojo.
He's got mojo.
I feel like they need some weird creative way to split OMG up, threaten the inhibs, threaten the top lane, like find some, I don't know how you even achieve that. I don't know how you get that level of pressure on the map.
But exactly, that's why OMG are so favored right now, because for OMG, it's very simple. They can just like stay together as a 5-man unit. They could run forward. They could play if JDG play into them. They have tools to even like disengage and buy space. It's JDG who really don't have too many cards left. You can see they were keeping both soul laners around bot to hope for something. No one went bot because OMG know as long as we stay as this 5-man core, you can do nothing against us.
And it's red and white for Abel. This Baron will not last a second. I mean, we saw how fast the inhib just got shredded. Watch this Baron's health bar. It is going to be gone in a split second. Just annihilated. And now JDG. I mean, they got a 20-minute Baron this game. They got an inhib.
It's actually crazy. They had 2 inhibs and a 20-minute Baron. And we're 40 minutes in, and JDG is behind in gold. And doesn't have soul. And only has 2 Drakes. What a fucking wild turnaround.
In bot, constantly having to send Knight down there. Knight and Ruler having to go that way just because they're letting them build up so long, because they're trying to answer the plays that OMG are making.
Aphelios literally has 1,000 damage and shield.
And now, we've got 40 seconds, Lyric, until Elder Dragon appears on the map. And it's
I love 500 CS. 6-item Aphelios.
If there's one thing Kanavi's been able to...
Wait, what did he just sell? Rapid fire cannon for LDR? Alright. He doesn't need to shoot from far away. He has 1,000 HP of shield. He's fine. He's fine. Melee range versus Cassiopeia, he's fine. He's okay.
That would give it over to them, but even then, I don't even think that would be a surefire win for JDG. It would make it so I'd probably slightly favor them, but OMG right now, incredibly strong GA and QSS in pocket for Crane, so he can play a lot more aggressively than he was able to before with all the defensive tools he has.
Oh, Abel, massively chunked.
Holy
GA
moly.
And QSS in pocket for Crane, so he can play a lot more aggressively than he was able to.
Or Abel has no shield. Half his HP from a Caitlyn ult. Hello? Abel? Abel?
He can play a lot more aggressively than he was able to before with all the defensive tools he has.
Abel is... Did he disconnect from the server? Walks into a Caitlyn ult. Would you like redemption? I'm good.
He's got Severum. I mean, he can lifesteal on the Elder. Oh my god, the lifesteal. That's insane. What the hell?
But it doesn't matter because he has infinite lifesteal.
Never mind. The chunk doesn't matter at all.
He definitely thought Compros up, obviously, but it's still funny that he would just walk out like that.
Minions are pushing the bait.
What the hell? He's full health again.
That's actually hilarious how fast he can heal. Also, he has 1,000,000 chakrams. So he ults, right? And then all the chakrams just hit 9 for 1,000 damage. Oh, yeah, Knight probably gets one shot if that actually hits Knight.
Super minions moving in. 369 uses Dominus. Abel charges forward for missing, and he finds in the turret to finish the kill.
Make their stand here because look at the bottom left-hand corner of our screens.
Why do you need to hit abilities, guys?
Pushing the base.
This game is legitimately hilarious.
Our screens, minions are pushing the base.
Super minions moving in.
He has 1,000 shields, so why not just Gale Force in and then deal the entire HP bar of Lux? Lux has Crown, by the way. Was the Crown procced? Must have been.
Nothing to lifesteal on. He's got Severum. I mean, he can lifesteal on the Elder. Oh my god, the lifesteal. That's insane. What the hell? He's full health again. Never mind.
Gesla, thank you. As we laugh at this.
Minions are pushing the base.
Super minions moving in. 369 uses Dominus. Abel charges forward.
Oh man, the last shot from the Aphelios turret there. Woof. The sapling proc the shield. There you go. That's unlucky.
Abel having the game of his life right here, but taken down. He went too far, and now PP got falling as well.
Wait, what?
Taken apart. There's kills there.
Oh my god.
Nexus Bear. OMG
I didn't even see that. Well done. Well done by OMG. Well done. That's funny. It's like, this doesn't even matter. It's a good move, right? You basically just use the Maokai ult. This is a great call. This is a great call from OG. Use the Maokai ult as cover, right? You've already killed Missing. With these three, you'll be able to stop. Look, you have Tibbers. You have Flash Tibbers to stop any kind of recalls or TPs. You have both Sums Up Unable. You have a Maokai. Like, they literally just can't get out of the situation.
Missing, and he finds in the turret to finish the kill.
So double TP is super good.
Abel having the game of his life right here, but taken down. He went too far, and now PP got falling as well.
The casters didn't even realize. I didn't realize.
Kills there, but the TPs are in from both sides. Nexus Bear, OMG, have they done it this time from now? The Nexus and OMG. JD Gaming.
What a banger. What a banger, guys.